CryptoBroSho.
When presenting an award to an employee, athlete, executive, or fantasy GM, make sure you call Orvieto's Awards and More. For 35 years, these custom award specialists have been providing plaques, trophies, custom framing, while providing state-of-the-art laser and computerized engraving, UV printing, and glass crystal etching. They do all their engraving and printing in-house for quality control. Call Charles at 305-949-8098 or visit them at orvietosawards.com. Orvieto's Awards and More, where recognition is rewarding.
The Lost City.
Oh, I think I know what this is. Houston, we have a package. Hello?
No matter where you are, the Sloman Shield home security system guards your home. With next-gen perimeter protection, 24/7 monitoring, and interior motion sensing. And right now, get a free Sloman Shield security system and doorbell camera, all professionally installed, for free.
Shield your world, the Sloman Shield.
After 40 years, the Big Cheese Miami is still producing great Italian food. They started in 1984. Since then, they've been winning awards while being voted the best inexpensive Italian restaurant in Miami. Visit them for great food, amazing service. Witness the decades of Cane's memories. The walls are like a Miami Hurricanes Hall of Fame. The Big Cheese delivers anything on its menu or party platter menu to your home, office, or even a park for a picnic. Located at 8080 Southwest 67th Avenue, Miami. Call 305-662-6855. TheBigCheeseMiami.com, where they serve large portions at family prices.
Welcome to Caneswear. New store, new items, same great experience. Family owned and operated since 2010, Caneswear has the latest merchandise from the Miami Hurricanes, Miami Dolphins, Florida Panthers, Inter Miami CF, and more. Come visit us at our store in Davie on University Drive, just south of 595, or online at caneswear.com. Caneswear, the spot Miami fans shop.
There's just one place to get our lowest payment on the new 2024 Acura ZDX, $299 a month. It's the Season of Performance event at Acura of Pembroke Pines, #1 in the USA.
If you're looking to take your home or business to the next level, then RM Contractors and Custom Drywall can assist you. RM specializes in new residential turnkey, new commercial turnkey, home and office remodeling. Call them for free estimates. Serving all of South Florida, licensed and insured. Call Ray or Mike, 305-345-3649. You work hard to create the perfect atmosphere. You dream it, we'll build it. RM Contractors and Custom Drywall, 305-345-3649 or Instagram at RMC Fisher Island.
The Crypto Bro Show is solely for entertainment purposes. Orlando Alzagari and his guests are not financial advisors or investments consultants. If you ever plan to invest, make sure you do your homework, talk to a professional, and understand investing is very risky and volatile. Good luck in any of your investments, and only invest what you're willing to lose.
Time to log into the blockchain and find out what's the latest in Bitcoin and crypto in our Crypto Bro Show.
Crypto Bros. This segment brought to you by RM Contractors and Custom Drywall. Take your home or business to the next level with RM Contractors and Custom Drywall. Call Ray or Mike at 305-345-3649. You dream it, they'll build it. See their fantastic work on Instagram at RMC Fisher Island. Crypto Bros. Here's the Crypto Bro himself, Orlando Alzugari.
All right. Good afternoon to another edition of the Crypto Bro Show. And who knows, do we hit 100,000? I mean, it's kind of been one of those things now in the last two broadcasts, this one and the last one. We were kind of flirting around. We're at 99,000 right now, so that's good. Now it dropped to 98,952. So we'll keep you updated on what's going on, and we'll see if maybe you could climb. It's interesting because today is November 22nd. We are at $99,000. You were at 69,000 on November 1st. And it's the interesting part about Bitcoin and crypto. Those of us that are Cardano people, man, we've been waiting for Cardano forever. But you got to stay patient. And then when it drops to 24 cents, you buy more. And look where it's at now. You know what I mean? And you hang in there, and Charles has, made the deal with Bitcoin to create a DeFi platform on their platform for settling DeFi matters for Bitcoin on Cardano. These are things we didn't see coming. But if you believe in Cardano, or if you believe in Avalanche, or if you believe in Sui, or if you believe in whatever you believe in that you studied, that's what you got to stick to. And then there are times that it's going to be, how about the XRP people? I don't have any XRP. But man, do I congratulate the XRP people. Because they had to fight Gensler for years and everything else going on and all the negativity that was going on and the prior administration that was really trying to kill the industry practically. And they fought through all of that. And now Gensler's stepping down because he knows what's coming. Another commissioner is going to step down too. Okay. And I know he has some personal issues also, but these are changes that are coming because of what happened in the election. And obviously those of us in crypto, on this show, we don't play the politics. Okay. We don't care about either side. Now, we only care about which one of you are going to help us. Which one of you are going to better our lives? Which side is it, and which individual is it from those sides? That kind of stuff. That's all we're looking for, selfishly. That's just the way it is, right? I mean, that's how life is. Everybody else is doing the same thing, and we got to do the same thing. But you got to understand, you've got to stay in there because you're going to have a lot of down days. And you can't get caught up in the daily, the hourly, the weekly moves, even the monthly moves sometimes. You have to stay the course if you believe in Bitcoin, or if you believe in Ethereum, or if you believe in whatever you believe in. Solana fell all the way down to $10. And if you stayed strong and you believed in Solana, you loaded up all the way down there, and then now you're sitting pretty. Cardano went down to 24 cents, like I said. Ethereum was down all the way to $900. Everybody had an opportunity to really capitalize on different types of companies that were out there. But it's your conviction. It's the homework that you do, the belief that you have in it. I'm a big HBAR guy. We've got some HBAR news, big HBAR news today. And I stayed with HBAR, and it went all the way up to 12 cents, and it went back down to 4 or 5 cents. And when it went down to 4 or 5 cents, what did I do? I loaded up. And then we had another little run, and it came back down again, and now we're back up again. I think this time it's permanent. Now we're going places. As the disclaimer says at the beginning, I am not a financial advisor. But, man, I think Hedera is going to go to $2. So we'll see. We'll find out. But as for Bitcoin right now, where are we in the entire Bitcoin chart? Well, let's check it out, as they say. And right now we're stuck at 98,997. We've been basically consolidating at 99,000. I mean, the other day when it went up to 92 and then it dropped to like 88 or 87, I think it was something like that, I tweeted out to like newbies, hey, this is a little bit of a dip for you. Go ahead, take advantage. But the fact that it would then find its floor at 92, I thought it was super bullish. And I think it's the same thing now. I think this is super bullish. I I actually think that what we've gone through in the past with Bitcoin, I don't think we're ever going to do that again. I'm sorry. I don't believe we're going to have the monster drops every 4 years and then the build back up again like it's been. Nope. Institutional money is taking over. They don't sell. They buy, they hold. Michael Saylor is not selling. Sorry. Not selling. So I just think that I think people have a really different, some people. I think the talk of that super cycle, I'm a big believer of the super cycle. You think El Salvador is selling? And now when Trump takes over, you think they're selling? Everybody in that administration holds Bitcoin. Everybody. Everybody he's hiring holds Bitcoin. Bitcoiners don't sell. Bitcoiners get it. They know exactly what they own. Not traders. I'm talking about real Bitcoiners. They're not selling. So I think if you're waiting for monster dips, you're going to be waiting and you're going to die before that happens. That's how I feel. I think you'll get little dips because that'll happen because people will sell and take some profits. But I'm sorry, the people that are buying are permanently taking over. And if you thought you were late early and at 16,000 or whatever, you're not. You're not late. Just because it's 99 right now, you are not late whatsoever. It's going to go past 10x here. Now, you're going to have to give it a couple of years. You're going to have to wait till 2030. But you'll get your 10 plus X here. I think you'll get more. I think you'll be easily at 1.5 million by 2030. Okay? I think we'll be at 250 by June. That's my number. I gave you 100,000 by the end of the year a year ago. I'm going to do the same thing now. I'm going to tell you ahead of time. I think by June, we're at $250,000 because I think we're headed for a super cycle. And the people that are buying, the rich and powerful people that are buying are not traders. So I'm just warning you ahead of time because you'll hear somebody tell you, oh, no, wait for a 30% correction, 40% correction, because that's normal in Bitcoin. And it is. It is. That is not a lie. But what I think will be misleading is expecting more of that in the future when you notice the people that are coming in. The people that used to be in was you and me. So once we get to a number, we're going to sell because we need the money. But these rich people, they don't need the money. They pass it on to their kids, and their kids pass it on to their kids. That's the way it goes. I think we're headed for a Bitcoin super cycle. I don't believe we're ever going to have those major corrections anymore. And that's where, unfortunately, some people have been programmed with that because that's the actual history of it. But, I told you guys that once we clear to 100, you'll never see the 70s and the 60s and the 50s again. And I just think that once we start getting past it, it won't drop more than 10, 20,000, maybe. And that's not much as we're getting into the 130s and the 170s and the 200s or whatever. That's nothing. Nothing. They went from 67 to 16. That's something. That's big there. So Bitcoin cruising at 99, 98.9, right around there, as you can see. So we'll keep updated with everything in the crypto market. And obviously the other one that is just tearing it up is XRP. XRP is up to $1.44. And I think you XRP people, I'm not talking about those of you that just bought in the last couple months here. I'm not talking about you people. I'm talking about the real XRP people that have been holding for a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. You people are the strongest, most dedicated holders and investors I have ever seen in my life, because the reason I love the tokenomics of XRP and everything that they were about, the only thing that I never got into it, it's because they were in the middle of a lawsuit with the SEC. And I was like, crypto's stressful enough as it is. I don't need, I don't need to invest in something that's in the middle of a lawsuit. Now, they won the lawsuit. They crushed, like everybody kicks, everybody has kicked Gensler's ass. I mean, have you seen the man? Does he look like he could even fight if he had to? So he clearly can't even defend himself in court. And so they and by the way, the XRP, I should buy XRP just for the honor of doing what they did for us, because they're the ones that took down the SEC, and then they opened the floodgates that everybody else beat their ass after that, because they set the precedent. We all should buy a little XRP, actually. Now that I think about it, I've been a jerk not even buying any XRP. One of my friends is constantly telling me to buy XRP, and I'm an idiot and I don't buy it. It's because, buying a little bit is not really going to do that much for me, because I over time I will collect, because I can buy a little at a time. You know what I mean? But just buying a little now, I don't know. It's not going to make much of a difference. But I should buy just in honor of what they did for us as crypto holders, But it is impressive. It's gone up 150% in 2 weeks, nearly 200% in 3 weeks. And the fact that there's no Gensler, no Elizabeth Warren will be completely neutered now. She won't be running her stupid ass mouth and misinforming the public and misleading Americans left and right about crypto and lying, flat out lying. And then Biden's gone. So all the people that were getting in the way of XRP and crypto in general, they're gone. They're gone. They're gone. So good stuff to see XRP, leading the way in many different forms and fashion. And they are absolute leaders of our industry. Cardano is the other one. It is up 20.5% today. It is up 45%, almost 46% in the last week. It is up 180% pretty much for the month. This is why you got to be patient, because see, it was sitting in the 33 mark right there. On November 4th, it was sitting at 32 cents. Look at that. All that time sitting there, 30 cents, 30 cents, 30 cents, 30 cents, and then all of a sudden, take off. Boom. And you've 3x'd from that moment. But you got to be patient. You got to stay with it, Now, the interesting part I will say for Cardano, and this is where I'm gonna throw this in there, okay? This dollar area to $1.20 is going to be very interesting. Why? A lot of people bought in the high 90s to the dollar area. $5, $10, $15, $20, $25, $27, maybe even to $31, right around there. That whole window. And all those people have been waiting for a long time. If they're convinced that they're going to get 3-4x from there, then they stay. But I could also see I could see some volatility in this area for Cardano if a lot of people sell from this area. So be careful. While everything is super positive about Cardano, do not be surprised if we get volatility in this $1 to $1.50 range even. Because if you did it at $1.20 and you bought a lot of Cardano at $1.05, $1.15, $1.20, $1.25, let's say, And you don't want to sell and break even at that moment, but maybe you wait till you're at $1.40 or $1.50 where you're making some decent profit. And all of a sudden you say, you know what, I've been at this. I don't think it's going to get to $3. Let me get my money and let me get out. So be aware that we could be facing some serious volatility with Cardano in the next 50 cents here. Okay. If it blows through these 50 cents and it continues, oh my God, it is going to be incredibly bullish. It's going to bounce to $2, $3 like that. Just like that. But there's a window here right now that is going to be interesting that they're about to go over. And there might be some choppiness to go through it. If they sail through it, oh my God. If they sail through like what they've done from the 30-cent mark to the dollar mark here, whoa. You know, that would be very, very, very impressive. So be careful there on the Cardano thing. By the way, of course, you can make a donation to the program, Cash App or Venmo. Of course, you can make a super chat, and we welcome that, but YouTube takes 30%. So that's why we tell you Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show, Cash App or Venmo, and you can make a Bitcoin or Ethereum donation. And also you can make a donation through PayPal too. That's another one. If you happen to be out of the country, you can make a donation through PayPal. And we always appreciate that. Thank you all out there as always. All right. What else do we have to talk about? We got a lot of things to talk about overall. Bitcoin ETFs. This is amazing stuff, dude. The ETFs now hold 1.1 million Bitcoin. That has doubled over the last year. Okay. Remember, there are 20 million coins in circulation. There's going to be 21 million. So they own 1.1 million of the Bitcoin that is mined, which puts them at 5.5% of the total Bitcoins in the world. Remember, if Cynthia Lummis, which we're going to hear from her on the show here, if Cynthia Lummis has her way, because she's the one that's created the Bitcoin reserve thing, and Trump has talked about implementing that, they already have 200,000 Bitcoin. So the idea is to add 800,000 more. Now, they talked about buying 1 million, which would then put them at 1.2 million, which would then put them at the 5% supply of the total Bitcoin, which is what they want to get to. They want to be able to, and they're not going to print money for it. What they want to use is their current gold to buy that Bitcoin, which is very interesting because Bitcoin goes up at a much faster pace than gold. In fact, gold has now gone down since, because I think people are switching over. But it kind of shows you that if the ETFs are already at 1.1 million, you've got Satoshi owning 1 million. You know what I'm saying? Now you want the US, they want to go after 1 million. There's only 21 million. And like 3 to 4 million is already lost. So there's really like maybe 16, 17 million Bitcoin. Somebody's going to fail at getting that. But Michael Saylor's got a boatload. BlackRock's got a boatload. You know, there's only so much to go around. They can't make any more of it. That's why the supply shock that is coming is going to be crazy. Crazy. You see that this run of 30,000 from November 1st, we were at 69, and now we're at 99. That's $30,000 in 20 days. That's ridiculous. No asset moves like that. Remember, I told you we're going to have at least 2 God candles in this bull run. We got to 8,600, I think it was, the other day when we had that big run. It was at like 8,600. We didn't even get to the God candle yet. It's coming. It's going to happen. And it looks like the impressive part, it's going to happen when we're in the 100,000s. Because we're headed to 125, 130, 140 maybe by inauguration. And right now, the hash rate is at an all-time high again. It just continues. So it becomes even more and more secure, and more powerful, and the price follows the hash rate. So, folks, you make sure you have enough Bitcoin, which, in other words, you never will. So just keep buying. I'm not a financial advisor, but you're not too late. And even if you have, buying it at this price, it doesn't matter. Buy it. Buy it. Buy as much as you can, whenever you can, whatever you can afford. You know, one of the things I have on my Swan account is a recurrent buy. Every week buys a little bit, just a little bit, every week, no matter what. I don't even touch it. It just buys it, whatever the price is at that moment. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter to me at all. That's kind of the way I write it. So I would do the same thing if you're out there. All right, let's get to some of the news. Hedera is Hedera is in the news, and they a couple of things. First of all, there's a Hedera forum here in Miami. I don't know if you guys, it's going on right now. You could go to the Hedera Twitter page and check it out. And they're filming it, and you'll see the Hedera CEO and a lot of the people that are creators and all that kind of stuff. Check it out there at Hedera. And Hedera also has got some big time news happening, which is pretty awesome. Okay. This is like, I would say, monster news. USDC stablecoin now by Circle is on Hedera. That's bullish and a half, folks. Okay. Bullish and a half. Stablecoin USDC built on Hedera. Fiat-backed currency. Stablecoin brought to you by Circle, that's issued by regulated and licensed financial institutions. Hedera is an incredibly fast blockchain. It's a hash graph, okay, which is a little different than a blockchain. A hash graph and a blockchain are different. It's scalable, very low fees compared to Bitcoin, compared to Ethereum, right? Solana has very cheap fees. Hedera has very, very cheap fees. It's secure. It's super fast. I'm a huge Hedera guy, okay? Big bag on Hedera. I love Hedera. And Hedera just keeps making moves after moves, from the feds using it, working with Tesla. Now they're going to have their own USDC coin. I cannot tell you enough about what Hedera is doing and the moves that they're making, and it is just absolutely monstrous. So if you're a Hedera person, I just want to tell you, and by the way, it's at like whatever, 12, 13 cents, I think. I think it's going to go to $2. So you can do the math where it's at now and how many X's that is. But even if it gets to $1.50, that's a lot of X's. So if you're a Hedera person, just to kind of give you a little bit of news there. Tether. Everybody knows Tether, of course. And Tether is printing and printing and printing. Tether has minted another $1 billion today in USDT. USDT, for those of you that don't know, that's kind of the dollar stable coin, in other words. And so that's people that are buying Tether, so then they can then use the Tether, because what they do is they use their dollars and they buy the Tether, and then they use the Tether to then buy the crypto. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Avalanche, Cardano, whatever bonk or whatever they want to buy, that's what they use. Now, when you see Tether printing or minting, that means there are people buying the Tether and they're about to buy crypto, which it gets infused into the market, which boom. In November, they have minted $13 billion of USDT. Ooh. Cheated Tether out of the entire logo. 13 billion. That's all getting injected into the crypto market. That's why Bitcoin is soaring. That's why you're watching the altcoins. The altcoins now will follow. Okay. Those of you that stuck through with your altcoins, you're going to see your altcoins grow. Some, obviously not all of them. We're not going to hit on all of them. I'm in 20 something altcoins, like 23 or something. I expect a few to fail. We're not going to all hit on all of them. I hope so. I pray, but I'm not that smart. I'm not that lucky. That's for sure. That's kind of been proven in my lifetime. So, I'm not expecting that, I'm not expecting to come out on top on all 20 something of them. We're going to lose on some. That's kind of the way it goes. Everybody remember Russell Okung, the offensive lineman who took his salary in Bitcoin? Wow. Russell is going to be in Abu Dhabi. If you want to meet Russell Okung, he's a Bitcoin maxi. And I'm not exactly sure how much he has in Bitcoin right now. He hasn't really said it. Maybe he will on December 9th and 10th. But it's interesting that Russell Okung is also now a Bitcoin spokesman because there you go. I mean, the other day, OBJ, Odell Beckham Jr., for those of you that are Dolphin fans, and obviously you know me more from sports than this, but OBJ he took to social media recently and said, so I guess nobody's picking on me for taking my salary in Bitcoin. Again, I don't know if he held on to the Bitcoin. Apparently, Russell Okung looks like he held on to his, because if he's going to go talk about Bitcoin, I would imagine that he held on to his. Smart, dude. He's making a lot of money. Because unlike me, that I only buy $5 or $10 or $30 here, or, oh my God, I bought 50. This guy spent millions, and millions will turn into hundreds of millions, maybe billions. Not in his case, but in his case, it could turn to 100 million or two. It's pretty impressive. So Okung in Abu Dhabi for the Bitcoin conference. I've always wanted to go to one of those Bitcoin conferences. I will one day. One day I will go to a Bitcoin conference. Yeah. Get the hat. You can barely see the B, man. Anyway, what else do we have here going on? Cynthia. Let's get to the great Cynthia Lummis. And Cynthia is a person that's been fighting the Bitcoin battle for a long, long time. And let me see. Do I have it here? Here we go. I think this is the one, right? No, wrong one. Give me a second here. I will bring it up. And this is it right here. Yes, perfect. So Mrs. Lummis, the senator, who has been a huge Bitcoin activist from the get-go, from jump. She owns Bitcoin too. And she's been fighting for our rights. And this is the kind of people now that we have in government fighting for your rights and my Bitcoin rights.
Because this is something that it seems really critical. Protect Bitcoin property rights, a firm's rights or of self-custody. Talk to us about this, because this is, I think, an area where a lot of individuals in the retail side are concerned about.
It's very important that we protect Bitcoin and people who hold their Bitcoin in individual wallets. We don't want to see this asset become owned only by governments, and certainly don't want to see it controlled by governments, because its great virtue is as freedom money. It is infinitely divisible. It can be used all over the world. It is something that you can send from one person to another at a very low cost and very quickly. Its ability to help bring people out of poverty or into the innovator class and the wealthier class is very exciting. And that's why we want to protect individual property rights in Bitcoin and people's individual wallets.
Right.
There's a phrase, not your keys, not your coin. Your keys are your ability to access your Bitcoin. We want to make sure people have access to their own keys and their own Bitcoin.
Senator,
Gotta tell you, if I wasn't married, I would profess my love to that woman. Okay? I mean, Elizabeth Warren, she didn't want you to have custodial wallets. She thought that was, un-American or something. Biden shot down the bill that would have allowed banks to hold big, crypto for people, which I think it's important. Even though I would never hold my crypto with a bank, but I think for rookies, for newbies, it takes a lot of balls. Okay, those of us that have been in crypto for a while, we are like, we're willing to take chances that others aren't. Because it takes a lot of balls to buy Bitcoin. It takes a lot of balls to go buy a custodial wallet, to learn how to buy and sell it, to learn how to load it, to learn how to, pass it over from one wallet to another. All these kind of things. It's very confusing. It's very new to everybody. It was very new to me 5 years ago. I'm still learning, dude. I still learn every day. I'm still trying to consume some kind of layer of education on something on this. So I at least I can try to fight, defend myself. And I can't say I'm an expert or anything, but I'm trying my best. So I know that it takes an effort to learn about crypto. It takes an effort to learn about a custodial wallet and what are the seeds? What are the seed words? And how do I protect myself? Where do I save the seed words? All these kind of things. It's really different. Stable coins. Well, wait a minute. I'm used to cash. I'm used to a credit card. All of these kind of things. It's all new. It takes guts to do this. Okay. But it also takes the right people in place to protect our rights for all of this. And Cynthia, bless her, that's exactly what she's doing. Now, I've talked about this before. I've talked about how if you're a young couple getting married, don't buy a house. Are you out of your mind? A decent house is going to cost you $700,000. You got that? Most people don't. Most people can't. What are you going to do? Tie yourself to a mortgage for 30 years? No. What you do as a young couple, you get together and you try to buy a Bitcoin or half of one. It's going to go to $1 million in 5 years. So rent your apartment for 5 years. Wait for the Bitcoin to grow. Buy your condo, your house, cash. So you spent $90,000 on your Bitcoin and it grows to $1 million in 5 years. I think it'll grow to 1.5, but I think you'll be able to afford a house then or a nice condo, paid cash. And you only paid $90,000 for it, with money left over. If you're a father and a wife and you've got 2 or 3 kids, you got to put them through college. 1 or 2 of them are girls. They're going to have a wedding too. Buy a Bitcoin. You'll pay for their education. You'll pay for their weddings. You'll pay for everything because they won't be there they won't ask for that for 18 years. Do you know where Bitcoin will be then? You'll be able to handle it. Do you own your house? Don't pay ever for home insurance again. Buy a Bitcoin. I could have bought several Bitcoins in the last 22 years of owning my house. I've never filed for a claim. Not there was a couple storms that went through here a few years back. I forgot the names, but they didn't really do any damage to us. We've never filed in 22 years of living in this house. 21 or 22 years. We've never filed. Do you know how many Bitcoins I could have bought by then in the last 20 years? So what you're going to spend in insurance over the next, some of you out there in the next 5 to 10 years, You could pay for a Bitcoin or half a Bitcoin. Well, then buy the half a Bitcoin or Bitcoin and never pay for home insurance again, because the Bitcoin will cover any damage that happens to your house. There's a lot of ways. So listen to this. Give me 3 minutes. Andrew Hones, who's the New Market CEO, New Market Capital CEO. So I want you to know what you could be doing with your Bitcoin in the future. Look what they're doing with their Bitcoin. Okay, look how they're handling their loans. I want you to listen to this. Listen to, because a lot of people, they still don't believe in Bitcoin. This is a financial institution that is putting out home loans. Look how they're incorporating Bitcoin. Please listen.
So there's a property.
Yeah.
Physical property.
Multi-story, 63 units.
Multifamily property. The sponsor, effectively the owner of that property.
Yep.
Needs a loan.
That's right.
Okay. They come to you.
That's right.
Okay. You say, we'll provide you the loan in the form of
a loan,
a classic loan.
That's right.
Okay. So you're going to give them cash.
That's right. Term financing.
Term financing. And how long's the loan? Just
10 years.
10-year loan. Okay.
That's right.
At above market rate or below, or what's
no market rate interest rate?
I'm just trying to slow the whole thing. Okay. Now let's introduce the Bitcoin piece into it.
That's right.
So no. Explain how the Bitcoin piece then relates. So the loan has been provided.
The use of proceeds is to pay off the existing financing. So
the use of the proceeds
of the loan
is
to retire the existing mortgage.
Right. So there's an old mortgage.
Gone.
They're going to pay the old mortgage off.
It's been paid off.
Okay.
Now they have a little bit extra money to make some improvements in the property.
Right. So a little bit extra cash. So the amount of money you've lent pays off the old loan.
That's right.
It's also you have a little bit of extra to fix
Improve
stuff up.
The property, fix stuff up.
Yep.
And then with the remainder, which is a little bit
so
more.
You have even a little extra, an
That's
extra
right.
turn.
And that, instead of cash out, it's Bitcoin in. And we use it to purchase some Bitcoin and add it to the collateral package of the loan. So now our loan is supported by both the traditional asset, the 63-unit apartment building, and the Bitcoin.
Okay. So the loan, it was maybe $2 million more, so that's how you get the Bitcoin out?
Exactly right. So it's
on the assumption that the Bitcoin's going to rise faster, and that will become an asset.
Over the life of the loan, for sure. So we think on the downside, this provides us with much better protection compared to a traditional lender, because a traditional lender, if something goes wrong, they have to recover against that particular building, which is idiosyncratic risk. Something might happen with the maintenance or what have you.
But that also requires conviction on your end that Bitcoin is not a volatile asset over time, and that is either going to go up or at least stay where it is.
Well, that's by fusing the Bitcoin with credit and by fusing it with traditionally financeable assets, it gives us the luxury of expressing that medium-term view on Bitcoin, and that's what's key. It's volatile in the short run. Minute by minute today, who knows? It could cross 100,000. That would be exciting.
How long's the loan?
10 years.
10 years.
And the minimum hold period for the Bitcoin is 4 years. So what we say to the borrower is we say, look, you can repay the loan at any time for any reason with no penalty, which is a really valuable feature compared to a traditional loan.
Yeah, that's like a home mortgage.
Like a home mortgage almost. That's very unusual for commercial financing. But what we do say is that to the extent that the loan is repaid at year 4 or earlier, the minimum will release the property. But the minimum length of time that the Bitcoin has to stay in escrow is 4 years.
Andrew,
is that genius or what? That is freaking awesome, dude. Smart. So I just stay the course. By the way, we're pumping. 99,449 right now. Look out. We got the folks on Instagram. Michael, the Rock Crusher, Giovanni, Manny Fernandez, Blake Bedingfield, Rocco Miami Runner. Thank you all for tuning in out there on the Instagram side. We're going to hit 100K. It's about to go. But you see, for those of you out there that think that you're too late, You're not too late. I was telling you at 16. Okay. And I had a lot of people that were against me when it was at 16. And I said, this is the chance of a lifetime. Take advantage. I told you at 18, and I told you at 25, and I told you at 35. And I told you because I was convinced it was going to be at 100,000 by the end of this year. Okay. It will be $1 million. I think it'll be 1.5 by 2030. I think it'll be 250 by June of 2025. Okay. The greed is going to take over. The next president, whoever it was, Kamala or Trump, now it's Trump. Trump printed 7.8 trillion the last time around. Biden printed 8.2 trillion and still counting. He's going to go over 10 trillion on this trip. He will devalue the dollar even more like the last 4 presidents have. George Bush, 6 trillion, Obama, 8 trillion, and then Trump, 8 trillion, and now Biden, 8 trillion. It's a lot of money, folks. That's $30 trillion. That's why you have inflation. And that's why Bitcoin continues to grow. And if you look at the M2, go look it up, the M2 money supply. And if you can, look for the chart M2 money supply and Bitcoin chart. And I want you to look at it and how when you see the M2 money supply go up, which is the world printing money, because the U.S. is printing money, England's going to be printing money, Brazil's going to be printing money, Russia's printing money, China's printing money, Japan's printing money. So that's what the M2 money supply is. It follows the money printer around the world from all the reserve banks. Notice that when it prints, Bitcoin explodes. Why? Because the smart people are realizing, not just you that are here on my show or on my regular sports show, that we talk about it and I explain it all the time, how the money is being devalued and how Bitcoin only goes up and the dollar goes down. Okay? It's coming. And if you're watching institutions use Bitcoin as collateral in their loans, and I've explained to you how you can use Bitcoin as collateral in your life for home insurance, for your kids' college fund, weddings, whatever it is, a car, whatever. You got to buy a car for your kid 10, 15 years from now? Buy Bitcoin now. You'll be able to buy that car easy. If I'm telling you it's going to 10x from now till 2030, you buy $10,000 of Bitcoin now, it becomes $100,000 by 2030. Do you think that might cover your kid's car? Yeah. So if he's 6 and he's looking for a car at 18, well, you got yourself 12 years. Put $6,000, $10,000, $12,000 of Bitcoin aside for that car. Put $6,000, $10,000, $12,000 aside for an education, because it's going to multiply like rabbits down the line. And then you'll be able to pay for that education. You'll be able to pay for that car. Use it as collateral. Why? It is legitimate collateral. And those of you that own Bitcoin and get to own a lot of it, you're going to be able to loan out money yourself. Gain the interest, take the collateral, all that kind of stuff. You're going to be able to become your own bank. There are so many things that are coming off of this. It's ridiculous. I was hoping maybe we'd go to 100,000 on this show. Let me see what we got here on the chat board. I bought some HBAR in your recommendation already in the green. Good for you. This ain't shit. It's going to pump big time, dude. And they just added the stable coin now. Oh, my God. Circle had just gotten out of a relationship with another company that wasn't living up to it, so they were trying to find another spot, and HBAR is the place. So that's a good move by you. People feel uncomfortable buying at a price over 100K. If you put an order on CB, it will price you over 100K. Oh, yeah, on Coinbase, yes, or crypto.com. Yes, you will get. But again, if you're looking to be a trader and you're looking to get out in a month or 6 months, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to people that are looking for long-term investments. If you're looking for a long-term investment, there isn't a better one in the world. It doesn't even come close. Afternoon, Francesco, Randy Gonzalez. It is a beautiful situation. XLM, Stellar Lumens. They're the competitor to XRP, basically. And that's why you're watching Lumens also climb too at the same time. Do I think they have the juice of XRP? No. No. And they have not made the inroads with the banks. Now, when it comes to just sending money, that's something that Lumens can do and can do very well. And that's going to be something very popular in this world, that we're going to be sending each other money through our wallets. Because the idea of sending wire transfers from banks, those things are going to die. Because unfortunately, the banks take too much of your money. And most of you will learn that you will not have to pay a bank to hold your money or to send money, or you won't have to pay a wire transfer fee or all that, when you could just press a button on your phone and within 2 seconds, that money is across the city, state, country, world, and it doesn't matter. And you can do that with a couple dollars or a couple $1 billion. And that's what the blockchain does, that you cannot do with banks, you cannot do on the internet right now. And that's the freedom that we're all going to have now, where the intermediaries that have been in the way, that have been taking our money, they're going to be casted aside. I told you guys on the show 4 or 5 years ago that banks would be dying because of this. And the last 2 years, you have watched banks die, and more to come. There'll only be 5 or 6 banks left when it's all said and done. It'll be the 5, 6 big ones, and they will eat up all the small and mid-level banks. Some of them, not all of them. Some of them are just going to die out, but some will get taken in by the bigger banks. That's what's going to end up happening. 99,425 right now. Come on, baby. Let's go. Let's go. 438. Come on, man. Pick it up. I think this is an all-time high right here. I think you are watching all-time highs right now on Bitcoin. I don't think we got to the mid 400s. I think we got to the 300 and maybe high 300s. We haven't even gotten to this point here, so that's pretty good. You are watching right now all-time highs on Bitcoin. I would love to hit 100,000 right here, man. That would be fantastic if we could hit 100,000. If you got any questions, any comments, send them in. Let's see. Oh, I was surprised it didn't hit 100K when Manny was on your show earlier, but the way it's been pumping up on the weekend, it's probably going to blow up this weekend. Probably. It's, as I've said this on the show, once we start having green weekends, it's officially the bull run. And we started having that already, the green weekends. So he's right, because remember, we pumped to 99 2 nights ago at night. And then last night there was a little bit of a pump, but it was a fake pump. It didn't get to the 100. It got to like 99.3 something, or this is all-time highs right here. We are messing with all-time highs right now. 480. Give me 500. Let's go. Let's go. I want to get to 100, bro. I would stay on if I can get to 100. You guys got questions on Instagram, you could fire away also. I pull up the window. Even though I'm doing it solo, no Sean today. I usually do CryptoBroSho. By the way, if it does break 100, I'll come back with another show later on. I will. I promise you that. But yeah, it just 495. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get over 500. It's kind of mess. It's kind of it looks like it's going to pop. Remember, it also will liquidate some of the shorts, which again, I don't know how people are shorting Bitcoin. That's stupid. Well, they're rich. Rich people can do all kinds of stuff. That's like me betting $5 on a game or something. I understand that. So that's probably what it is. But shorting Bitcoin is just dumb at this point. It just doesn't make any sense whatsoever. It's just, it's interesting. It's really interesting. Just make sure you do your homework. Stay strong. All right. And try to follow people that are willing to tell you the good and the bad about the industry and about what's going on. Not the people that are shilling coins or they're just doing stuff for shock. You know what I'm saying? Life will hand you enough shock as it is. You don't need to create it. And so there's just too many people out there that want to, strike fear into you one way or another. You know what I'm saying? And so, Bitcoin's a scam. Bitcoin is going to get forked out, or all this crap that they come up with that they have no idea and they don't understand what this whole ecosystem is all about and what's actually coming. They don't really get that. So make sure you pick and choose who you listen to. And please, when it comes to government officials, listen to very few of them. Most of them have no idea, and a lot of them may not even have your best interests. Like Cynthia Lummis, again, or Lummis. I don't care about any of the other politics that she's involved or what she believes in or not. I don't know, and I don't follow it, okay? But I know on the crypto and the Bitcoin side, she's on our side. So, and she's been fighting for our side for a while. That's all I know. Okay? So I'll listen to the people that I know will make sense and are not trying to hurt the industry and trying to help the individuals out there. And so wherever you live around the world, okay? Because obviously this starts here in this country, and I want everybody to have success, not just Americans, but everybody out there that's watching this. And Bitcoin, I think, is a way that can lead everybody, to a better place. You're going to give me 500? Got 498, now 472. What the hell is this? Let's go. Pop to the 500s. These are all-time highs you're watching right now. This is like historic shit right now. Bitcoin has never been this high. Oh, 499. Let's go. Let's go. Do we have five? Oh, yes. We crossed 500. We crossed 500. The funny part about Bitcoin is it'll start popping quickly. See, 522 now. So you just never know. If it starts getting on that little roll, then you'll start seeing bigger chunks, bigger chunks, bigger chunks. You went to 522. See if it goes to like 560, 570. See, 529 now. So we're kind of maybe 531. It continues. It has a little back, and then it goes a little higher, 536. See, now it goes 524, and then let's see if it comes back up again. Let's go. I don't know. I don't know if I should maybe I should just, keep it going. Maybe I should ride it out here. We're at 540 now. It's a beautiful thing. There we go. There's Terry Lynch. Bitcoin is a joke. It's always nice to get the stupid people involved. 570? That is good, bro. That is good. That's fantastic. And market-wise, by the way, just to kind of keep you guys updated while we await for 100,000 here together, because I think we're going to 100,000 because you're busting shorts here. It looks like you're liquidating shorts along the way because we continue to climb. We're at 580, 596. Now we're pushing into 600. Folks, this could be the broadcast that goes over 100,000 live. We got Avalanche up nearly 11%. Is it approaching $40 again? Hedera is up over 11.5%, 13.6 cents. Algorand's up 15%. I divested completely out of Algorand. I don't own any more Algorand. Once their DeFi went to shit, I went out. Cardano is up 21%. It's at 96 cents. Cosmos up 15.5% at $7.31. VeChain moving up almost 5% to over 3 cents, 3.3. XRP is up 22% to $1.42. Cody, I got a bunch of Cody. 8%. It's up to almost 11 cents. So we are moving. 99,605. Let's go. Let's go. I need you to make it to 700. Come on. Come on. I need to get to 70628. There we go. There we go. That's what I need. If we could get to, if we start, these are all-time highs right here. These are all-time highs right here. This is pretty exciting. It's pretty cool. This is historic. If you can hit 100,000, this is freaking historic. Okay? Would be awesome. What else do we have? Good news. Polkadot is up almost 9% to $6.36. Some guy on the sports show was all concerned about Polkadot. And he was like, what's Polkadot doing? I could always tell the guys that like only have one coin that they invested in, and that sounded like that guy. Let's see who else. Swarm Markets up 9.5%. I can tell you a couple of other ones that I like. Vector Finance up 10%. Let's see what else. Avalanche, not Avalanche, Avalanche is up 21.6%. Cetify Fund, love Cetify Fund. It's up 4%. What else? Block V is up almost 19%. Meme coins, cock in you, up 10%. Sturdy, up 14.4%. Huge fan of Sturdy. Love Sturdy. It's a good company. So there you go. Those are some of the coins that are tearing it up right now. And we're waiting. Amanda Medeiros, thank you for the super chat. We appreciate that immensely. Big O, do you see a correction at 100K? No, I think it's blowing past that. I was just talking about that, Amanda. I think we're into a super cycle now. I don't think you're going to have the major corrections anymore. I think you might get a couple thousand, 2, 3, 4, 5,000. Maybe when we get up to the 120, 130 area, it comes down 10,000 maybe. But I don't think we're going back down to the 70s and the 60s and those major corrections. Institutional money is taking over. Those people don't sell. They hold on. So I just don't feel it's going to end up happening that way. You know? So that's the way I look at it. Neutron's up 3%. Not bad. I need more from Neutron. And thank you, Amanda. I appreciate it. Stay on the air when it crosses 100K. I would if it's going to stay, if it's going to keep on. But, you know, we're at 623. It has moved well. You know what I mean? It has moved well here. So I need a little bit more. Let's see what else. On the HBAR train today. Oh, good for you. Good for you. Mark Craven is an XRP. He's one of those people with big, giant balls. Mark Craven. If you see Mark Craven, his balls are on the passenger seat. Okay? Because that's what these XRP people are. They are one tough hombre and women's. Let me tell you, because they hung in there throughout all this stuff over the last couple of years. Those are some tough people. XRP people are tough people. Eric Nordstrom says, busting shorts. When it hits 100, I'll be busting nuts. I've got 99.8. Yeah, but that's not, that's what Coinbase sells it to you. You know what crypto.com is right now? Crypto.com is over 100. I can guarantee you right now. 100,477. That's what they sell it to you. Oh, 352. Get a bargain. But that's not the legit number. You understand what I'm saying? It's not the real. That's the real number right there on CoinMarketCap. That's the real number. That's where we're at. That's the legit one. If you look at crypto.com, you already crossed 100,000. That's because they take 3% from you and they sell you a higher Bitcoin and they steal. It's 99,400 right now here. And here it's at 100,232. So the $800 difference, they keep it also. What a scam, huh? That's crypto.com. That's Coinbase for you. Just saying. You want to buy it on Swan right now? You know, because I always tell you guys, easy way to do it is buy it on Swan. 99,498. Okay? 99,498. So. That's where you're going to buy it there. Be careful, because if you're looking at it at crypto.com or at Coinbase, you're buying it at a much more expensive price. And that's not fair to you. Let me see the Coinbase right now. Let me bring that up. Here we go. Cryptocurrencies. No, dude, it's got it at 256 right now. They've got it at a decent price. They don't have it at an unfair price. Not like crypto.com. They're at 99,256 right now. That's not bad. It's a little more expensive than it is right now at 137, but okay, but it's not like what crypto.com is. Crypto.com is already over 100,000. You know, anybody watching crypto.com, they think, oh, it's really over 100,000, and it's not. Hasn't gotten there yet. Plus, we lost all our momentum and went back down to the floor that we've been at now, unfortunately. What's the best exchange to get the real number? If you're just buying Bitcoin, I would buy it on Swan, and then move it over to your cold storage wallet, and you can move it for free, by the way, on Swan. So I would do that. But Kraken is a great exchange to buy from, and so is Binance, and they're all. Crypto.com is a terrific exchange, but again, certain things like that, you may want to buy it somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's what I would do if I'm you. What else do we have here? Thank you, Chuck Shannon, David Dalen, Hart and Laker fan. Thank you. Ale Homera, Dolphins Ranger, all of you there on Instagram. Thank you. Jose, thank you. Rocco, Miami, thank you. Appreciate all of you out there watching on Instagram. I don't think we're going to get there, ladies and gentlemen. 9,233, at least not during this broadcast. Unless you can make some kind of a push here. You know? I need a quick push here if I'm going to stay on. It's at 283. And if you guys got questions, send them in too. It's the other thing. I can answer some of your questions. 257. Yeah, see, back to 198. It's just we've been messing around with this 99. Although, together we saw all-time highs now. So that's the good thing. You just witnessed. What did we get to? Like 600, right? 600 and something? Like 630 or something like that, 620. That is the all-time high on Bitcoin right now. You're still early if you're a newbie. Okay? Don't get discouraged. You won't be discouraged when it's $1 million a few years from now and you bought it 99 or 100. So stay positive, stay strong. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's going to bust through. All right. If it does bust 100, we'll be back. But I appreciate all of you out there. If you send in a super chat, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, however it is you support us and our great sponsors like R&M Contractors. Check it out on Instagram, RMC Fisher Island, so you can check out their work. So if you need any work in Dade or Broward County, call them. Amanda, one more super chat. Thank you. Says, thanks for the advice. You said Bitcoin could 10x from here in what time frame? By 2030. In 5 years. Okay. My prediction, Amanda, it's 15x from here to 2030. But it'll easily 10x from here to 2030. Easily 10x from here to 2030. I think greed takes over. And I believe we're at 250 by June. Okay? I told you we'd be at 100K at the beginning of the year. I told you by the end of this year we would be at 100K. So I nailed that shit. I've pretty much nailed most of the stuff that I've talked about crypto. I think greed steps in, and I think we continue to push, and we go to 250 by June of 2025. And I believe we're at 1.5 million by 2030. But worst case scenario, we're at 1 million by 2030 and we 10x. That's my prediction, and I'm sticking to it. And you, as Mark just says, it's never too late. It's not too late. Not for Bitcoin. Not for Bitcoin. So you got it there. Appreciate you all out there. Bless you all out there. Hang in there. 100K right around the corner.
The Crypto Bro Show is brought to you by RM Contractors and Custom Drywall. From complete makeovers for homes or condos to impact windows and doors to drywall with level 5 finish. Call Ray or Mike at RM Contractors and Custom Drywall. 305-345-3649. You dream it, they'll build it. See their exceptional work on Instagram at RMC Fisher Island. Crypto Bros. Follow Big O for more crypto insight on X or Twitter at Big O Show.